It's time for high school basketball on your local sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to J.H. Griffin Gym at Teutopolis High School for Friday night high school boys basketball on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. I'm Greg Sapp, Matt Robinson alongside. Wayne is here taking care of video. We'll have this online at 97.9XFM.com over the weekend, so check that out. And, of course, the amazing Brian back at the studio, so we have you well covered for this one tonight as the St. Anthony Bulldogs are at the Teutopolis to play the Wooden Shoes. I've seen these for over 30 years, and there's something special about every one of them. I'm not necessarily talking about the final score. Just something special about the atmosphere when these two teams play. Always makes it special, Matt.
It certainly does, and these two teams get together, and it's a lot more than that. It's communities that are obviously close and work together on so many things, but then when it's time to compete with each other, there's nobody you'd rather beat than your brother. Well, essentially, that's what you've got here is these two teams literally sometimes have family playing against one another, usually as close as it gets as cousins, but that can still bring up a pretty good rivalry over the holidays and playing basketball when the families get together at reunions and such.
They introduced the Teutopolis 7th and 8th grade junior high boys teams and the Sigel St. Michael 7th and 8th grade boys teams that are having success in postseason, and several of them have or are. And you wonder how many of those kids from Sigel are going to end up going to St. Anthony and how many are going to end up coming to T-Town.
It is usually an interesting split, to say the least, depending on where they live in Sigel or the surrounding community, but it's always a lot of fun, and those rivalries will continue to grow.
Oh, my. You hope. That's the hope, that this is what high school ball's about, and I think this is the best crowd I've seen for a St. Anthony T-Town game in the last several years.
You know, there is a good crowd here. Yeah. The place is pretty much packed. They can still squeeze you in if you're trying to get here. I don't know where you're going to have to park. But there's a couple of seats available, but it should be a fun atmosphere. It always is when these two teams get together.
Getting ready for St. Anthony at Teutopolis. Back with pregame information in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Start tonight, we had a 6:15 JV game and lots of fouls. Although I checked with Bill Ferry, he said under 40.
Yeah.
Under 40 fouls. We kept it under 40 in the JV game.
Lots of fouls has been a trend lately in the last couple of weeks around the games, at least that we've seen.
Kind of disappointing that we're seeing so many, but hey, that's how it is. By the way, St. Anthony cheerleaders are here. They were hoping they would not be here. Today was the day for the first round of the IHSA State Cheer Squad competition. They finished 11th. You needed to be in the top 10 to play in the finals tomorrow. They missed the top 10 by 0.3 of a point.
Wow.
So tough day for Julie Wortman and the St. Anthony cheerleaders, but gosh, that's really close, man.
Yeah, and you're 11th, and it comes down to that close. I mean, It was just one little detail here or there that could have made the difference, and so they still put on a heck of a performance. I am certain of that.
So we'll have fun as the cheerleaders are here, the kids are here. We got the horn.
I was going to say, a ship has arrived, apparently.
Our ship has come in at last. And you're listening to 97.9 XFM WXCF in Effingham.
I'm telling you, I've been waiting a while on that thing.
It's tough to get that ship in down there south of Edgewood, isn't it?
Oh, man.
I think we're ready. Hope you are too. St. Anthony and T-Town on 97.9 XFM. Shoes get the tip in backcourt, and here we go. They get it on the side, now back out top. Drace sets it up. They go on the wing to Tyler Gevin. Out front to Jordan Taylor. Now to Drace. Now to Devin Smith. He goes down the lane. The runner for two. Good. And T-Town takes a 2-0 lead. That's how this one gets started. Everybody but Blake Meddy touched the ball.
T-Town attacked the ball. Or attacked the basket, that's for sure. And worked it around and got a lane.
So it's Gardewine and Grunlow who brought the ball down this first trip for St. Anthony. McCavis Off the ball. Knocked away from Grunlow. Nick gets it back. Driving against two. Now he runs into Rios, his own teammate. Now off to Cavas finally, and James gets it out front. Tough defense by T-Town. No one's shocked. Zach Gardewine out front. Hands it to Rios, head of the key. Derek right side. James Cavas. Puts it on the floor. Trapped against two. But he got it out of there in good shape. Now down in the corner to Grunlow. No chance to shoot. He goes baseline. Now he does stop and pop, and he got it. He got around the defender and looked up, and he says, hey, I'm open. And he drains it. It's 2-2. Kevin with the ball for T-Town. In the lane to Brett Meddy. Knocked loose. Stolen by the Bulldogs. Grabbed out of there by Cavas. Here comes St. Anthony. Just underway here at Teutopolis. A late start tonight. Bounce pass head of the key to Zach Gardewine. Left side to Cavas. James bounce pass inside to Rios. Back to the basket. Turns around. Shot for two. Good. Derek Rios makes it 4-2, St. Anthony.
That was not an easy shot. Rios had a man right with him, but he still got it up and in.
So each team has had a lead here in the early going. Drace on the right wing for T-Town. Puts it on the floor, brings it out top, sets up the offense. Right side to Smith, out top to Taylor, down low to Meddy. Nice catch, but it's knocked away, and traveling is the call. Meddy still had the ball and gets called for the walk, and another T-Town turnover.
I tell you what, Rios and Meddy inside has already been a battle, and we're not even 2 minutes into the game. Those two kids are strong, and they are using their muscle tonight.
4-2 Bulldogs. They have the ball. Cavas cross a half line with it, working against Grace. Off to Andrew Gardewine. Devin Smith picks him up. Bounce pass out top to Rios. And Taylor's after him. Zach Gardewine on the wing. That's who Brett Meddy gets. He goes baseline now. Now he's in trouble. Out front, Andrew Gardewine corrals it. Out to Cavas, and that's who Drace gets. So that's how the T-Town defenders are stacking up here in the early going. Andrew Gardewine left side with the ball. Out top to brother Zach. Head of the key three. Back of the rim. No good. Rebound T-Town. Grabbed out of there by Taylor. Here come the shoes. Drace across the half line. Working left side. Bounce pass down low to Meddy. Knocked away by Rios from behind, but right back out to Drace. And then a collision and a blocking foul, I'm sure, here on Derek Rios.
Rios picks up his first foul, and that's going to be the question. Can Rios continue to play this way without picking up a bunch of personals? And Meddy forces you into a lot of tough spots defensively.
Shoes get it inbounded. Drace bounce pass side. Devin Smith baseline for two, and he got it. So Devin Smith has four, and he makes it a 4-4 game. We're 3 minutes into this one. Again, Wayne's videotaping the game, so watch for it on the website later in the weekend. Or if you're watching online right now, you're saying, well, Greg, I already am watching. Zach Gardewine with the ball. That's if you're recording. Zach Gardewine looking. Finally got called for the walk. He had Cavas there to get the ball to, and I guess he couldn't get it loose. St. Anthony's first turnover.
Yeah, with those two T-Town defenders right there with him, sometimes you can see the guy, but you can't figure out how to get it there.
4-4 with 4:44 to go in the first quarter. Smith with the ball out top for T-Town. Shoot blocked by Andrew Gardewine, and the rebound grabbed by Gebben for T-Town. So Andrew Gardewine with a blocked shot. Smith catches it out top. Out front now to Drace, and he sets it up. Left side, Gebben. Back out to Smith. Now to Taylor at the free throw line. Shot for two. Good. Jordan Taylor hits. Shoes back in front at 6-4. So some fun early on here.
Yeah, both teams shooting pretty good. T-Town's 3 for 4. St. Anthony's 2 for 3.
Cavas cross half line. Right side to Grunlow. Bounce pass right through the legs of Andrew Gardewine. Not an easy pass. Well, a skip pass, and didn't come up like Andrew thought it was going to, and the Bulldogs' second turnover.
Yeah, that pass was right at his feet. And it's so difficult to get all the way down there to make that catch when you're planning on making a move or cutting without the ball.
Taylor had the ball. It's loose now as the teammate moved, and St. Anthony gets the steal. So the Bulldogs get the ball back here. Cavas in backcourt. Third turnover on the shoes. Cavas cross the half line at 6-4 T-Town. 3:45 to go opening quarter. Grunlow, free throw line, shot around and off. Rebound tapped by Rios to who? Off St. Anthony last to go to the shoes.
Yeah, pretty good looking shot that they got freed up from Grunlow. St. Anthony will take those anytime they get them. That time it just popped off, and the board was tapped out of bounds.
Drace across the half line with the ball. He and Smith play catch out front for the shoes. Now to Gebben. And off the ball, we've got a foul on Teutopolis.
Yeah, Devin Smith set a screen as his man was cutting around him, and You could see he was pretty good shape, and then all of a sudden that right arm poked out there, and that little extra got the first foul on the wooden shoes in the game, and T-Town's 4th turnover already.
Lots of turnovers. Shoes still lead it 6-4, though. 3.5 to go in the opening quarter. Again, a late start tonight. Long JV game, lots of fouls. 6:15 start, so that all combined for that. Grunlow, baseline, shot for 2, good. So as long as they keep letting him have the baseline, he's going to keep making that shot.
And he's stopping and popping before he gets into traffic, and he's been able to hit that runner.
So it's 6-6, and now Gavin takes an extra step for T-Town, and the Shoes give it over again. That's 5 turnovers on the Shoes already.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to St. Anthony. They're moving their feet defensively and really working hard to stay in front of the wooden shoes, and that's forced them into a couple of these turnovers, and then T-Town's made a couple of turnovers that you kind of go, well, they could have helped themselves a little better on that.
Rio sits down. Jeff Nieberg's in the lineup for St. Anthony now. 6-6 game, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Cabas on the wing, down in the corner to Grunlow. Goes baseline again. They double him this time. Got it into Nieberg, but a foul on T-Town. And they're going to give Nieberg 2 here.
Yeah, I'm sure he was on the way up with the shot, and that was an offshoot of Grunlow being able to knock down those little 10-footers. The defense flashed to him. Nice pass inside to Nieberg.
Foul shot, good. Jeff's first point. Bulldogs back in front, 7-6. Taylor sits down, and Smith sits down for T-Town. Blake Meddy, who played a real tough JV game, comes in now, and also over there is Mitch Hardick. So those 2 changes for the Shoes. Nieberg's second foul shot short, and Blake Meddy, right in the ball game, grabs a rebound for the Shoes. Gets the ball another change. Brock Meddy's in for T-Town also, so they had 3 changes.
I didn't see him either.
Blake Meddy to Brock Meddy to Grace. Grace and Brett Meddy stayed. Everybody else left. 3-pointer, good out there. Mitch Hardick. I'll tell you what, he gets on a jag, man. He can hit that all night, and then T-Town's back in front 9-7.
Yeah, him making that first shot might be big for the Shoes.
That lights the fuse, usually. So 9-7 T-Town, 2:20 to go opening quarter. Zach Gardewine brings it down court for St. Anthony, out to brother Andrew. Picks up now after he lost the dribble. Leans in a little. Shot for 2. No good. Rebound. Grace got it for T-Town. He's off to the races. Down to Brett Meddy into the lane. Shot against 2. No good. Brett hit the deck hard. And a foul on St. Anthony. Brett Meddy, I'm pretty sure, will be going to the line.
Oh, I'm certain of that. And that foul is whistled against Andrew Gardewine. He has his first personal and the team's second. But they made sure he did not get a chance to get that ball on the rim.
Brett's still yet to score. Till right there. Made the first foul shot. Shoes are up 3, 10-7. 2:05 to go opening quarter. Great crowd here tonight at J.H. Griffin Gym. This is how it used to be back in the olden days. Second one good. Brett hit them both. Shoes by 4 now, 11-7 T-Town. Zach Gardewine wades through the photographers down there in baseline and gets a ball inbounded like paparazzi down there. Zach Gardewine passed to Gavis, back to Gardewine, and then Blake Meddy landed on Zach, and that's a foul on the Shoes.
That's not really a foul T-Town needed to pick up in that situation. A youngster from Teutopolis picks up his first, and that's the team's third.
Common foul. Bulldogs inbound on the side. Zach Gardewine in the back court to James Kappas, and he walks it across the half line. Bounce pass caught by Andrew Gardewine, and then he got hit, and another foul on T-Town.
And another foul on Blake Meddy. So he picks them up here pretty quickly, and Coach Fehrenbacher says, I just brought you in, now I'm going to have to take you out.
And so another change. Here comes Kyle Smith. It's the next man up rule here for T-Town. So Blake Meddy sits down with the 2 fouls, and Kyle Smith's in for the first time, the 6'4 junior. 11-7 T-Town. St. Anthony with the basketball. Zach Gardewine inbounds in the corner to Grunlow. He got it knocked away trying to make a pass, and the Shoes got it. But then as he got it, Brock Meddy dribbled it out of bounds, so it'll stay with St. Anthony.
No turnovers or a turnover each? What do you want me to do?
I guess he had to have possession to give it back, but they both were scrambling for the ball. No turnover.
Oh, I like that.
They're both working hard. Here's an inbound pass knocked away by Brett Meddy. So St. Anthony will try to inbound it again. They were just working hard.
And that stat wouldn't help anybody.
That's exactly right. Cabas looks to inbound here. In the corner to Nieberg. Jeff bounce pass out to Andrew Gardewine.
He caught that ball right in the corner by the T-Town student section, and they let him know that they were there.
They didn't help.
No.
Cabas to Andrew Gardewine. Into the lane, stops and pops for 2, but before the shot, we have a foul, and the foul's on St. Anthony.
Offensive foul. They were setting a screen, and we've seen a screen each way result in an offensive foul. This one for St. Anthony turns into their 3rd turnover, and it's Jeff Niebrigi picking up his first foul.
So the Shoes with a chance to go up 6 or 7 here. Brett Meddy, the catch inside, and Andrew Gardewine fouled him trying to take it away.
Well, he just reached down and slapped at the ball, and you do that even if you hit all ball. That motion gets the officials' attention.
Yeah, don't coaches always tell you to come up?
Yeah, you want to come up if you can, or in this case, go straight up. But now he's got to go straight to the bench as Andrew Gardewine picked up his 2nd.
Here's a layup by Brock Meddy. Came out somehow. Zach Gardewine, the rebound for St. Anthony. I can't believe that didn't go. Kyle Hartke, by the way, came in for Andrew Gardewine. Grunlow, Hartke, Grunlow. Just outside a minute to go, opening quarter. Shoes by 4. A big trip for St. Anthony to score here. Grunlow, right side, Zach Gardewine. Again, 11-7 T-Town. 4 for Grunlow of the 7 that the Bulldogs have in the quarter. And so they're paying a lot of attention to him. Cabas, now to Hartke. Kyle had his birthday this week. Leaves it with Grunlow. Down to 40 seconds to go.
While they work the weave out top, Greg, that rebound that Zach Gardewine got, the first for St. Anthony in the game.
Holy cow. Grunlow down the lane, lost it. Nope, leaves it out to Hartke. Here was method to his madness. And we're down to 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, a late start, so still in the first quarter. Zach Gardewine, baseline for 2. No good. Rebound battle. And a jump. And it'll stay with St. Anthony. St. Anthony waited an awful long time, and then there's that shot with 18 seconds left. So maybe they're just looking for a good one. Didn't go in. They get the jump on the rebound, and they'll try again here. Inside, Cabas working against 2. Got called for the walk. So St. Anthony does not score. T-Town has a chance to extend the 4-point lead here. Bulldogs' 4th turnover in the quarter.
Cabas had posted up his man, but the problem was Meddy was right behind him helping, and that's what led to the travel.
Drace walks across the half line. This is usually when T-Town hits a 3. There it is in the corner. Hardick for 3. It's short this time. Rebound out of bounds. So with 2 seconds, it'll go to St. Anthony. So the Bulldogs have a chance to inbound and fling it. Cabas is the inbounder here.
He's the flinger.
Goes to midcourt, knocked loose by Drace, but grabbed by Hartke, throws it down court at the buzzer. 4-point game after a quarter. We're at J.H. Griffin Gym in Teutopolis. It's T-Town 11, St. Anthony 7, here on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
We mentioned we got a late start here. Halftime score from Mattoon already at the half. It's Effingham 22, Mattoon 20. So halftime score, Hearts 22, Mattoon 20. That game being played at Mattoon. Here after a quarter, it's Teutopolis 11, St. Anthony 7. We'll give Matt a chance to give you the first quarter stats here in a second. Shoes get the ball to start the quarter. They've got Taylor back in to start the quarter. And Gevin's also back to start the quarter. Gevin's working on a little Fu Manchu over there, a little Van Dyke beard. Very attractive. I think more people should grow those. Taylor has it out top. Left side now to Brock Meddy. Bounce pass out to Gavin. To Brock Meddy. Down in the corner to Taylor. Out top to Drace. Thought about a 3. Drives instead. Leaves it now to Gavin. Gavin into the lane. Spin move. Shot for 2. Good. Nice shot by Tyler Gavin. And T-Town's up 6. It's 13-7. Bulldogs get it inbounded. And T-Town likes that. But they got that first basket of the quarter and extend that lead. Zach Gardewine with it out top. He's worked the point a lot in this game. Right side to Hartke out top. Now knocked away by T-Town. And it's off T-Town. It will stay with the Bulldogs. And we've got a foul on T-Town.
Yeah, Gevin's going to pick up the personal. And so he picks up his first on the play.
Out of bounds to the Bulldogs. Zach Gardewine looks to get it in. Looking and finally threw it at Hartke. And threw it toward his face, and it's off him, and T-Town gets the steal. They couldn't get anybody open to receive the pass, and now Brett Meddy hits a 3 for T-Town. So that was not a happy trip for St. Anthony. All of a sudden, they're down 9. Back in 30, timeout Bulldogs, 6:52 to go, second quarter. At T-Town, it's Teutopolis 16, St. Anthony 7 on 97.9 XFM.
From an oil change to new brakes, or possibly a major overhaul, our service makes a difference at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota in Effingham. Trust your car or truck repairs to the most experienced repair shop in the area. Look for our specials online at danheck.com.
Well, Cody Rinker called that timeout because all of a sudden they're down 9 here. And the Bulldogs, first the turnover and then the 3 by Brett Meddy. Yikes, that was a tough trip.
And Brett Meddy said, if you're not going to give me any room inside, I'll bury this outside tree.
We all know he can. Full court pressure by the Chews. Zach Gardewine hit the deck. It's loose now. Brock Meddy to the floor for it for T-Town. Kyle Hartke's trying to get out of the blazer that's sitting on him. Eventually a jump, and it'll stay with St. Anthony.
Yeah, that was good work by Teutopolis forcing another ball loose. St. Anthony, quite frankly, is lucky to be having the possession here, and that would have been really big if T-Town would have got it and scored some more.
Grunlow has the ball into Cabas, and now a foul on St. Anthony.
Zach Gardewine set an illegal screen. They're moving out there, and the officials offer the explanation to Cody Rinker, and he nods his head, and that's the first on Zach. Second turnover this quarter.
Shoes can go up 10 this trip, even 12. Brett Meddy baseline spin move, hooks it up over Rios. Good. Wow. Brett Meddy was 7. It's 18-7. The lead's 11 for T-Town.
Rios played that as well as you can. You just got to tip your cap on that move by Meddy.
Already 7-0 run for T-Town to start this second quarter, and we're only 2 minutes into it. Now St. Anthony loses the ball again. This time Hartke was in the no man's land, and it ends up a turnover. The third and a quarter on St. Anthony. Hartke down and Andrew Gardewine back in. 2 fouls and all for the Bulldogs because, hey, you get down by too many, doesn't make any difference how many fouls you got.
Problem for St. Anthony here is they haven't got a shot yet in this quarter because of those 3 turnovers. It's awful hard to catch up when you can't even get a shot.
I was going to mention they hadn't scored, but it's even worse than that. So, let's see what happens. T-Town's up 18-7 now. Gevin with the ball on the right side with the Shoes on the dribble. Out top to Taylor, back to Gevin. Work the right side of the floor this time. Tyler out front, hands it to Drace. Michael says, let's run this. Right side to Taylor, way cross court to Brock Meddy. He loads up for 3. He got decked. Shot's no good, but he's going to get 3 at the line.
Yeah, I mean, that was a no-doubter. Grunlow flashed out there and was trying to block the shot, I guess, but it was pretty evident he was going to land on Meddy. And so Nick Grunlow has his first foul, and Brock heads to the line for a trio of free throws.
It was 11-7 when the quarter started. Now it's 18-7. And the Shoes can extend the lead here with 3 at the line in the person of Brock Meddy. First one good. Brock's first point. Brock, a 6'1 senior. Doesn't start, but he plays a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
These days, yeah, it's fun to start, but everybody gets a whole lot of minutes, it seems, especially with a team as deep and blessed as T-Town. Brock Meddy hits the second one. It's 20-7 all of a sudden. 9-0 run for T-Town to start this second quarter. He still has one more, and it's good. He got them all. Boy, it used to be rare to see a kid hit all 3, and now they're getting to be pretty good at it.
Well, in this quarter, T-Town hasn't missed a shot. St. Anthony hasn't taken a shot.
10-0 Shoes in this second quarter, and here's a foul. Brock Meddy got a little too close on defense here with T-Town.
Brock picks up that personal, so that'll go on the board as his first. It's T-Town's 6th as a team. Each team with 16 fouls with 5:32 to play in the half.
Nick Grunlow will inbound here for St. Anthony. Inbound safely in the backcourt to Cabas. James says, come help. Look and bounce pass to the middle to Andrew Gardewine. Baseline now to Rios. Rios back to Andrew Gardewine in the lane. Gets it on the side to Nieberge. Out to Cabas. I thought he was going to shoot. Instead, they send it back out for one more trip. Gardewine with it out top. Andrew gets it down low to Nieberge. Shot over 2. No good. Rebound loose. Grabbed finally by Gevin for T-Town. He fires down court to Brock Meddy, who lays it up and in. Meddy got behind everybody. All T-Town all the time in this second quarter. 12-0 run. Timeout Bulldogs. 4:57 to go. Second quarter. Teutopolis 23, St. Anthony 7. Back in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family. You can depend on us for all your health needs. Over 20 years of service to our community. Call 342-9393. Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy.
Well, you had some astounding stats there, Matt.
Yeah, you take a look at the first quarter numbers. Teutopolis 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line, and 1 of 2 from three-point range. St. Anthony 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line, 0 for 1 from long range. T-Town had 5 turnovers, St. Anthony 4, but T-Town won the rebound battle in the first quarter 4-1, and St. Anthony still hasn't grabbed another rebound.
Yeah, it's the second quarter stats that were eye-popping. Rios turnaround, shot too strong. Nieberge goes up, got the put back up, but it didn't go, but he got fouled. Jeff will go to the line here and shoot a couple. Yeah, 1 rebound in the game for St. Anthony and 1 shot in the quarter before this trip for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Rios got that ball in the air for the second shot, and that rebound by Jeff Nieberge was the second rebound in the game for St. Anthony, and obviously their first offensive board.
And he missed on the 1-and-1, and the rebound goes to Brock Meddy for T-Town. Wow. 12-0 run for the Shoes to start the second quarter here. Taylor with the ball to Gavin left side for T-Town. Out top, Brock Meddy for 3. Got it. Brock Meddy has 8. It's 26-7. 15-0 this quarter. And the inbound knocked loose from Cabas. T-Town gets it. Got a player hurt for the Shoes down here. Shot's no good. We've got a foul underneath, and we have an injured player. Michael Drace is down here on the floor. Looks like he hit his nose, or somebody hit his nose. I don't think he's bleeding, though. The official's checking, and he says, how many fingers do I have up? And he said 7, and that's okay. Actually, they are going to check him over on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to take him out after the first of these 2 free throws. Coming up for Brock Meddy, who got fouled on the play by Rios, who got his second after a turnover.
Brock Meddy makes the first foul shot. He has 9. Andrew Gardewine sits down. Zach Gardewine comes back in. 27-7. It was 11-7 when the quarter started. Second foul shot, good. Boy, Brock Meddy's owning it at the line. He has 10. He didn't even start. Has 10. T-Town's up 28-7. That's a 17-0 run to start the second quarter.
And that's the thing about this T-Town team. Anybody can jump up and get you.
And they trap. They trap on defense so well. They finally get it away, St. Anthony does, to Nieberge. In the corner to Grunlow. Out front to Zach Gardewine. And they trap just after you get across the half line. So lots of times, Matt, you don't even get to run your offense. Cabas shot for 2, no good, and a foul on the rebound. The foul's on St. Anthony.
Yeah, it looked like Nieberge was going over the back. Double check and make sure he did indeed pick up the personal. Yep, it's his second. 1-and-1 on the way now for the Shoes. Jordan Taylor, who boxed out, will head to the free throw line.
Taylor with 2 points tonight. 3:49 to go in the second quarter. It's 28-7 T-Town. It was 11-7 when the quarter started. Foul shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Caught by one of the St. Anthony cheerleaders. She cheers, hey, I got the grab here.
Prior to that missed free throw in the second quarter, T-Town was 5 for 5 from the field and 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
That's pretty efficient. St. Anthony sits Rios down with a second foul. Connor Green in for the first time tonight for St. Anthony. 28-7. 17-0 run to start the quarter. I don't mean to weigh on it too much, but boy, it's a story. Here's another steal. Brock Meddy waits for the crowd to go by, and he puts it up and in. Hardick got the steal. He fed Brock Meddy for the layup. 12 for Brock Meddy already, and it's 30-7. And now a foul at midcourt. T-Town was doing a little leaning on defense. I think Hardick might have got Cabas.
Yeah, when you challenge and pressure the ball that much, every now and again you're going to pick up a foul, and T-Town's got the depth to absorb that. And this time Hardick picks up his first foul. Another 1-and-1 on the way for Cabas.
Bailey sits down. Michael Drace is back in for the Shoes with a stopper up one nostril. Cabas' foul shot back of the rim, no good. Brock Meddy the rebound. Shoes have still pitched a shutout in this second quarter. 3:20 to go in the period. Trace right side with the ball. Lobs underneath to Brett Meddy. Pass too high. Stolen by St. Anthony. Cabas comes away with it. First turnover on the Shoes in the quarter. It's been a magic quarter.
Only the second possession that's come up empty for T-Town this quarter.
Grunlow comes to get the ball. Corner to Zach Gardewine. Goes baseline against two. Kicks it to the corner to Green. Shot for three. No good. Rebound. Who else? Brock Meddy. What a quarter. Down to Gavin. Going inside. Ran over a St. Anthony player. Gavin couldn't get the break set, and Kyle Hartke takes the charge for the Bulldogs and a turnover on the Shoes.
That block charge call is the toughest in basketball, except for that one.
Pretty obvious, wasn't it?
Gavin commits his second personal, and that's the team's ninth foul, but the player controls, so it'll be St. Anthony under the wooden shoe basket.
Gavin sits down, and Devin Smith's back in for T-Town. 30-7. St. Anthony still has not scored in the quarter. 19-0 Shoes in the second period. Zach Gardewine out top to Hartke. Corrals the pass. Now to Cabas. In the lane, Grunlow working against two. Drives, spin move, shot for two. Got it. So there, St. Anthony's finally off the schneid. It was a 19-0 run for T-Town. And now down court. An offensive foul on T-Town as they try to take it inside.
Meddy backed into the defender, and he's whistled for that offensive foul. It's his first and the team's 10th. I don't know how Michael Drace is breathing out there. Must be all through his mouth.
Yeah, because he's got the stoppers in the nostrils. So he's doesn't appear to have slowed down any, though.
No, he's the type of kid that won't bother at all.
Hartke with it out top for St. Anthony. 30-9 T-10. Green with the basketball. Down in the corner, Hartke. Doesn't shoot. Instead goes to Grunlow. Grunlow drives, baseline, can't shoot. Bounce pass to Zach Gardewine. Shot for three, no good. Rebound off Grunlow, out of bounds. It'll be T-Town basketball. What a quarter. 19-2 T-Town in the second quarter. Got 2 minutes to go.
One post move for St. Anthony resulted in a bucket.
Grunlow finally got him a point. Two, in fact. Devin Smith with the ball for T-Town. To Hardick. Mitch gets it to Brock Meddy, and now to Drace. Michael into the lane. Through two. Fell down. There's a foul in there somewhere.
No, they called him for steps, Craig.
I'll be darned.
He took an extra hop in there, so maybe the hop came before the bump, but either way, it's Teutopolis' fourth turnover of the quarter.
So a walk on T-Town. Drace sits down now. Austin Johnson's in the game for the Shoes for the first time. 5'11" junior. Cabas gets the ball in bounds for St. Anthony. Minute 40 to go before the half. Boy, a nightmare quarter for St. Anthony. Zach Gardewine got double teamed, drove right into the double team, and T-Town was waiting. They knocked the ball away out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Anthony. T-Town just is attack. You get across a half line, and then it's like the Jaws theme starts. Because here they come. Cabas, side to Gardewine. Zach in the baseline. Now out to Grunlow. Nick in the lane. Ran over a player. Somebody else collided. It's finally out of bounds, and last touch by the Bulldogs.
Officials talked it over, made sure they agreed on the call, and it is the sixth turnover this quarter for St. Anthony. It's their 10th in the game. But that's really not a big issue in the sense because T-Town has 9 turnovers.
They got a bundle at the start of the game. Boy, they got it in gear now. 30-9 Teutopolis. Minute 15 to go before the break. Brock Meddy comes out for the catch. Bounce pass now to Hardick. Shot for three is short, but there's Brock Meddy for the rebound. Well, he's going to want to put this quarter in a time capsule. Wayne will have to get Brock Meddy a video on
I was going to say, he's going to be glad we're videoing this one.
Holy cow, he's played great. Brett Meddy with it out top now for T-Town. And off the ball, we've got a foul on Teutopolis.
Another offensive foul. That's the third one in the quarter for sure, as this one's on Devin Smith. So now he has his third foul in the ball game, and that is Teutopolis' 10th turnover of the half.
So, out of bounds to the Bulldogs on another change for T-Town. Blake Meddy comes back in. Smith sits down. So the Shoes are running with Brock Meddy, Blake Meddy, Brett Meddy. It's all Meddy all the time. And Hardick and Johnson. Austin Johnson. Those are the 5 out there now for T-Town. Bulldogs have the basketball. Kyle Hartke stops, pops for 2, and he got it. Kyle's first basket makes it 30-11.
Well, Cabas set him a screen that got him open, that's for certain. But Cabas wasn't moving.
So it was legal.
Yeah.
Shoes going to play catch here. They're going to go for the last one, then go to the locker room happy. 30-11 Shoes. It was 11-7 when the quarter started. 19-4 T-Town in the second quarter. Down to 15 seconds. Hardick on the dribble. Mitch just taking his time out there. St. Anthony's hanging back. Smith just watched the clock going down. Off to Brett Meddy, down to 4, down to 3. Brett Meddy lost it, gets it back, down to 2, down to 1. Shot at the buzzer, off, no good. So they killed the clock. Came up empty on the shot, but they scored plenty. 19-4 in that second quarter. And at the half here at Teutopolis, it's Wooden Shoes 30, St. Anthony 11. Halftime show on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Northside Ford in Effingham is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports. If you need something better to haul your team in, you'll find it at Northside Ford. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from and a service department that can't be beat, you'll find that things really are better on the North Side. Stop in today or visit Northside Ford online at effinghamford.com.
Let's remind you quickly, no basketball tomorrow, but boy, best of success to the 2 7th grade teams in our area that are playing at state tomorrow. And we'll keep you up to date on all of that over the course of the weekend. And we have 4 8th grade teams that won regionals, so they're headed to sectional competition this next Wednesday night. Golly, it's exciting to see all the hope for the future at the high schools around the area with all the teams that are doing so well in junior high level. Tuesday night, we'll have boys action as the Hearts are back in action. And we'll be on the road at Olney. Tuesday night, Hearts boys action at Olney. Wednesday night, we've got a doubleheader for you from the Dietrich 1A Girls Regional. We'll have the Dietrich game at 6 and then the St. Anthony game after that. So listen to that. Thursday night, if T-Town's girls win, we'll have their regional championship game up at Pana. And whoever comes out of the fray Wednesday night at Dietrich will end up on the other station. So we'll have action from Dietrich on the X Thursday night. If T-Town wins, then the Lady Shoes will be on KJ Thursday night. And then we're back to boys action Friday night. Effingham's up at Mount Zion. So it's going to be a busy week. And then we got the T-Town shootout the next weekend. Got a triple header there with Effingham, St. Anthony, and Teutopolis all playing here. So it's going to be something. Meanwhile, the third quarter's underway, and St. Anthony and the Bulldogs and the Shoes, have each exchanged a bucket, 32-13. Shoes lead it by 19. St. Anthony with basketball here in the third quarter. Cabas with the ball out top to Grunlow. Nick stops, now drives, and it's out of bounds off T-Town. It'll stay with the Bulldogs to inbound on the baseline.
Nick's been working hard to get his opportunities, and when he's got them, for the most part, he's been able to score, but only 4 shots for Nick thus far.
Inbound baseline, Rios for 2, no good, but he got fouled. I think that Taylor got him. Let's see.
Yeah, you could see him get hit on the arm, and it is Jordan Taylor with the foul, his first, team's first of the half.
Now you can tell us who got those baskets for each team to start the second half.
Well, speaking of Jordan Taylor, he hit the little jumper for T-Town, and Andrew Gardewine came off a nice little set play, got underneath after a couple of screens, and put it off the glass and in for his first points of the night.
So 32-13. T-Town still by 19. Rios misses the first foul shot. Derek has 2 tonight. It was 11-7 after the first quarter. T-Town outscored St. Anthony 19-4 in the second quarter. Rios makes the second one, so missed to make. Derek has 3, and it's 32-14. Devin Smith goes underneath for the Shoes. Tried to get it to a teammate. It ends up a scrum. Taylor's laying on the floor still. St. Anthony gets the ball. Zach Gardewine out top, lobs it down low to Cabas. Shot over 3, no good. Rebound Brett Meddy for T-Town. He'll clear it out himself. Down to Gibbon. Now he turns around and pulls it out of trouble. Down in the corner, they get it to Taylor. He goes baseline and got fouled along the way, I think, by Zach Gardewine. Since Zach was the only Bulldog in the vicinity.
I would venture to guess you've got it correct. And Zach picks up his second foul of the contest, first for the Dogs this half.
Out of bounds, the Shoes on the baseline. Gavin inbounds in the corner to Taylor, way out top to Smith. Shoes do have their starters back in, start second half. Michael Drace works it out on the point. He's still got the cotton up, the stoppers up his nostrils after hitting the deck and hurting his nose in the first half. He drives into the lane, throws it up off the glass, and got it to go. Well, Michael Drace says, defend this.
He sniffed out the hoop on that one.
I love it. His dad brought us water up. Pat's a grade school principal here at T-Town. He had stuff up his nose, too. I said that's like sympathy stuffing. He liked that. 34-14. Shoes by 20. Now Rio squirms and stops and pops too strong off the glass. And then Smith went up for the rebound for T-Town, and Rios came down on him. And that's a foul. And out of bounds to T-Town.
He got everybody's attention as Rios picked up his third personal, and that's the team's second.
Devin went down hard, but he's right back up and heading down the floor on offense. Rios sits down now with that third foul. And Nieberge's back in. 34-14, shoes by 20. Brett Meddy with a catch on the right side, drives into the lane, can't shoot. Gevin for three, got it. Tyler Gevin hits the corner three. He has 5. It's 37-14.
T-Town's 3 for 3 to start the second half.
Hearts were up by 10 after 3 in their game at Mattoon. That means they outscored Mattoon 16-8 if my adenoids are working right. So they widened the gap a little there. Hearts need to win to have a chance at the conference championship. And St. Anthony steps out of bounds. Grundle got the ball and stepped out on the baseline. Turnover and timeout for St. Anthony. Back in 30. 5:04 to go, third quarter. It's Teutopolis 37, St. Anthony 14 here on 97.9 XFM.
If you haven't seen the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200, get to Geckner Brothers today and check it out. It's roomy, comfortable, and rebuilt from the ground up, now with great finance offers. See the new 200 and other great Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram models today at Geckner Brothers on East Fayette Avenue in Effingham.
Cody Rinker trying to stop the bleeding here. And you get down this much against T-Town, well,
at this point in time, realistically, you just need to work on what you need to do. You're not even worried about getting back in the game necessarily, but you're trying to get your kids to play hard and play the right way.
Drace has it right side for T-Town as the Shoes bring it up court after the timeout. Gevin out to Taylor, now to Brett Meddy. They brought Gevin down the lane, can't get him the ball. On the right side now to Meddy. He goes baseline, and he got held along the way. Foul on Nieberge.
And that's the mismatch that he presents. He can take the ball outside, and he's quick enough to force you into a situation where these guys who aren't used to going out on the perimeter pick up fouls. That's Nieberge's third, so he and Rios both have 3 fouls apiece.
So down goes Nieberge, and Hartke's back in for the St. Anthony. Shoes get the ball inbounded. Drace down the lane, puts a runner up, got it knocked loose. He got knocked loose. Andrew Gardewine the rebound for St. Anthony down to brother Zach. He goes baseline. Tried to pass cross court, and it's stolen by Drace. Stepped right in front of the pass. Devin Smith lays it up and in on the other end. That was pretty elementary there. 6 for Smith, and it's 39-14. Lots of pressure by the Shoes, and there's a walk. Zach Gardewine extra steps, and another Bulldog turnover, their third in the quarter. They've maintained their level of competence there for a little while. T-Town's defense starting to take its toll now. Devin Smith, runner down the lane, won't go. He gets fouled from behind. He'll be at the line to shoot a pair.
I believe they signaled 33, and if they did, it's Andrew Gardewine's third, and it is. So he has 3. The team has 4 this half.
Wayne's videotaping this game, so you can watch it online a little later in the weekend on 979xfm.com. Foul shot's good by Devin Smith. He has 7. All kinds of changes here. As St. Anthony sits down Andrew Gardewine, and Connor Green's back in. Foul shot short here. Hartke the rebound. I guess not all kinds of changes. There's one change. Green for Gardewine. Bulldogs get it down court. Down 40-14.
That was St. Anthony's third rebound of the ball game that Hartke just grabbed.
That's an astounding total, isn't it? Green with the ball out top to Zach Gardewine. Tries a 3. It's way short. Rebound. Drace for T-Town. He clears it and gets it down court. And then the pass in the corner. Brett Meddy for 3, and he got it. Wow. Man, you could see it coming. 10 for Meddy. It's 43-14.
T-Town's 5 for 5 again to start a quarter. That's the second time they've done that in the game.
Hartke with the ball for St. Anthony. 3:33 to go, third quarter. Cavils left side. Baseline, Grunlow. Back to the basket. Working against two out to Green. Drives. Now on the side to Hartke. Kyle lost the dribble. Now he gets it back. And out to Green, who got real close to traveling. Puts it on the floor and brings it out top. Shoes by a bundle. Bulldogs just want to run the offense here. Grunlow drives down low, puts it up, no good. He hits the deck. It's off T-Town last. It'll stay for the Bulldogs out of bounds on the baseline. Braden Puckett checks in for the first time for St. Anthony. Zach Ardewine sits down. Kevin Smith and Taylor sit down for Teutopolis, and they bring Hardick back in, and also back into the fray is Brock Meddy. Wonderful second quarter. Ball knocked away out of bounds again by T-Town. St. Anthony will try and inbound one more time.
T-Town's man-to-man defense is just everywhere.
Cavas to Green, corner three is short. Maybe he's inside the arc, by the way. Out of bounds, for the Bulldogs. It's Teutopolis' basketball.
I'll mark it as a 2.
4 points in the second quarter, 3 so far in the third quarter for the Bulldogs.
Understanding if you're scoring at home, there might be a controversial call on that one.
Whether it's a 2 or a 3.
Yeah,
Off the... Drace rolled underneath and then flung it up over the basket. Brock Meddy was going to try and catch and shoot. And Andy's showing him where he should have been for that pass.
Well, I think what happened is it was definitely a pass. It was going to be a lob for Meddy, but Dre's almost made it. It hit off the heel of the rim. And so I guess we'll give that a turnover.
Gevin sits down now for T-Town. Kyle Smith's back in for the Shoes. 43-14 Shoes by a bundle.
Gevin picked up a foul after St. Anthony grabbed the rebound, or the loose ball, I guess, as it turns out.
Cavas to Green. Green to the hole. Ran over a player. There's a block. Shot did not go. Green's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. That's a tough call. Now, a big owie for Kyle Smith, man, who's trying to get set in there.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty close, but the officials went with the blocking foul on Smith, his first.
Connor Green yet to score tonight. Foul shot, good. That makes it 43-15.
It's always fun to come to these games. You see people from the past, you announce their games, things like that. Johnny King sitting a couple rows in front of us. Boy, he was a standout player on that team in 2000.
Green missed the second one. The rebound eventually down to T-Town. Kyle Smith, baseline, lays it up and in. Boy, nice job. He tried to penetrate and then stopped, and the defense cleared. And Kyle says, well, I can make this, and laid it up and in. His first points, and it's 45-15. There's a 30-point lead. Kyle Hartke for 3 for St. Anthony. Front of the rim, no good. Brett Meddy the rebound for T-Town. Down court to Brock Meddy. Underneath, and it's a layup. Good for Kyle Smith. Hardick gets that assist. He got the ball to Kyle Smith, who lays it up and in. 47-15. St. Anthony trapped in backcourt. Green breaks the double team somehow. Gets a no-look pass to Grunlow, who goes in and lays it up and in. Grunlow with 8. 8 of the Bulldogs' 17. 47-17 the score. Down to a minute and a half in the third quarter. Brett Meddy out top to Brock Meddy. Left side to Hardick. They lob down low. Kyle Smith, the catch, the shot. Good. Oh, no, it came back out. I couldn't believe that. The foul, they say, was before the shot regardless, so it wouldn't have counted even had it gone in. And a foul on St. Anthony and out of bounds to the Shoes.
The way this night has been, it's a miracle it didn't go in for Teutopolis, who, by the way, is 6 or 7 for 7 to start this third quarter.
Brock Meddy and Brett Meddy leave. Taylor's back, and Austin Johnson's back in. He tries to inbound here for T-Town to Kyle Smith in the lane. Shot won't go. Kyle Smith got in there, got his rebound, then it's off him out of bounds. So to go to St. Anthony.
So there's the first missed shot of the quarter with 1:22 to play in the third for T-Town.
Astounding stats on this one. Bulldogs get it across the half line. Cavas works it right side of the floor. Now to Green. Back to Cavas, who says, ooh, glad he was looking. Made the catch. Puckett with it out top. Braden right side. Cavas down low. Green goes baseline. Kicks it to the corner. Puckett for 3, and he got it. Braden Puckett hits the 3. His first points of the night, and it's 47-20.
Set him up well with a penetration and kick out to him. He was wide open, and he buried it.
Braden's a good young man. Works the radio station in the summertime, making sure the place looks immaculate outside. So nice to see him get that 3. Shoes throw it away. Kyle Smith was throwing it, and I'm not sure exactly to whom or where, for that matter, and it's out of bounds. Fourth turnover on T-Town here in the quarter. Hardick, I think, was the intended receiver. St. Anthony tries to knock it inbounds. Kyle Smith knocks it back out of bounds, so St. Anthony will try again.
I think you're right. I think he was the intended receiver, but he might have got intentional grounding if...
I think so. Loss of down on that, too. So St. Anthony comes away with the ball here. Puckett out top to Hartke. Cabas, corner to Green. Connor goes baseline, gets the defense out of the way, and then they were right in the way. Shot won't go, but he did draw the foul, and Connor Green going to the line to shoot a pair here with 21 seconds left in this third quarter.
Connor's used his quickness to get in the lane a couple times. Last time he kicked it out to a shooter. That time he faked, got Smith in the air, and as Smith came down, he picked up his second personal.
Foul shot, good. Green with 2, makes it 47-21. I'm getting stats on the Hearts game. Big night for Grant Wolf, has 25 for the Hearts. Green's second one, good. Got them both down. Connor with 3 points, makes it 47-22, down to 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Michael Drace going to walk it across the half line here. Counting it down, trying to add to this 25-point lead. Cabas guards Drace. We're down to 5, down to 4. Drace goes around him, puts it up in the lane, got it stripped, and traveling is the call. So it'll go back to St. Anthony with 1.8 seconds left. 5 T-Town turnovers this quarter.
15 in the game.
Cabas goes to midcourt, caught by Hartke, but he had to go up so high in the air he lost his balance. That ends the quarter. 3 quarters in the books here at J.H. Griffin Gym, and after 3, it's Teutopolis 47, St. Anthony 22. Fourth quarter on the way in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Choose from over 10 acres of new Chevrolets and Toyotas during our model year closeout, going on now. On special sale is the #1 selling car in America, Toyota Camry. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or danheck.com online.
T-Town student section having a good time over there. They're enjoying this. 47-22 T-Town after 3. Mount Zion beat Taylorville tonight in Apollo Conference action 60-55. So the Braves get the win. The Tornadoes don't. 5:27 left. It's Effingham 46, Mattoon 30. So the Hearts had a close one at halftime. 2-point game. Now they're up 16. Here we're just into the fourth quarter. T-Town, Brett Meddy, top of the key 3, no good. Rebound Taylor, looking to clear it, and gets it cross court to Gevin, and the Shoes set it up. He taps it to Devin Smith as he had a tough time getting a handle on it. Now up top to Drace. Shoes have the starters back in, yes, to start the fourth quarter. And he's used a lot of kids. Drace, Horner, Smith, 3, short this time. Rebound Cabas for St. Anthony. James gets it across the half line. 47-22 Teutopolis. It's a 25-point game. Was 30 earlier. Puckett with the ball out top for St. Anthony. To Green. Went through his hands, but Connor regains it. Down on the baseline. Puckett can't shoot. Leaves it with Cabas. He penetrates. Got fouled as he went up for a shot. He'll get 2 at the line here.
He was watching Meddy, and Meddy went straight up, but the problem for the Wooden Shoes is Jordan Taylor came from behind and kind of landed and bumped Cabas all at the same time. So Taylor tagged with his. They show him with 1 on the board. That'll be the team's 5th.
Cabas misses the foul shot. 1 to go here.
I thought T-Town's second quarter was good. They upped it. They went 7 of 8 instead of 6 of 8 like they did in the second. They were 7 of 8 in the third. 1 for 2 at the line, though, and 2 for 2 from 3-point range.
Cabas missed them both. Game out. Rebound goes to Taylor for T-Town. He gives it to Devin Smith, who gets it across the half line. Shoes lead at 47-22. 7 minutes left in this one. We got a late start. Long JV game. So almost 40 fouls in that JV game. So people got their money's worth there. And the light company's happy. Taylor, Brett Meddy in the lane, shot through 2, no good. He got fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a couple. Puckett and Grunlow are your candidates on the foul.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with Puckett. Braden picks up his first. The officials went with Puckett as well, so.
Well, that shows how smart they are.
I guess.
T-Town outscored St. Anthony 17-11 in that third quarter. 19-4 second quarter. That's what decided this one.
St. Anthony stats in the third. They were 3 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 at the line, 3 turnovers, just 1 rebound again, and they were 1 of 3 from three-point land.
Brett Meddy made the first foul shot, missed the second one. Kyle Hartke got the rebound for St. Anthony. Kyle throws up a 3 now, no good. Gavin the rebound for T-Town, down to Drace. His layup's no good, but he got fouled. Drace will go to the line and shoot 2 here.
Looked like it was going to be a clean block initially, but the hand followed through and hit Drace on the head. That's probably the last thing he needed after that first half collision. And
did a face plant in the first half, and now he got whacked upside the head here.
Hartke gets this whistle, his first, team 7th.
Drace's foul shot, rims out, no good. Michael has 2 points tonight, but he's done a lot of damage otherwise. Shoes looking for their 20th win of the year tonight. They wouldn't mind beating St. Anthony for that. Foul shot good. Missing to make. Drace with 3, and it's 49-22. 6.5 to go in this one. Cabas on the dribble for St. Anthony. James gets it across the half line. Leaves it with Puckett. Braden down the lane. Out to Green. Connor through 2 to Grunlow. Grunlow drives the baseline. Puts it up for 2. Got it. So Nixon double figures with 10. And it's 49-24. Bulldogs back within 25. Great move to the hole here by Tyler Gevin. Took the baseline, laid it up and in. Got fouled to boot, and he'll have a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, I tell you what, T-Town's been impressive tonight, and it's the fact that they can get points. Turning their defense into offense is part of why their shooting percentage is so good. But then a lot of kids are just making great moves and getting themselves some opportunities as well. That's what Gevin did that time.
Cabas sits down, and Kyle Burgoyce is in for St. Anthony. Foul shot good. So Gevin has 8. That makes it 52-24. Shoes by 28. They've been up by as many as 30 in this game. Burgoyce out top for St. Anthony to Hartke. Kyle will run the point now. Into the lane, needs help to Grunlow. Grunlow, a little head fake. Can't get loose. Burgoyce in the corner. Puts it up for 3. And it goes in, but it won't count because it hit the top of the backboard. Isn't that something?
And that's kind of the way the night's been for St. Anthony as well, as it hit that support up top.
So out of bounds to the Shoes. 5.5 to go in this one. We'll talk with both coaches on the post-game show. Brett Meddy, offensive foul here. He must have used the elbow to clear a path working against a double team. His foul, offensive foul, and a turnover on T-Town.
Yeah, it's the first this quarter on T-Town. That's Meddy's second foul, team 6th.
Grunlow sits down for St. Anthony. Nick checks out with 10 tonight, and Nieberge's back in. So it's Puckett and Green, Nieberge, Burgoyce, and Hartke for St. Anthony right now. They're down 52-24. Nieberge inside. Shot over 2. Good.
Oh.
So nice work by Jeff Nieberge. He has 3, and it's 52-26.
That was a nice turnaround with the defender right there with him.
They'll be looking for a lot of that from him next year. Smith down the lane for T-Town.
Nice.
Took the defense with him, gave it to Brett Meddy, who lays it up and in. Brett Meddy with 13. 54-26. That's pretty.
It was. Smith is a scorer too, but he used that ability and knowledge from St. Anthony to create an opportunity for a teammate.
Hartke tried to lob it in low, and Taylor knocked it back out to about mid-court. He says, not in my house. Puckett goes baseline. He gets fouled by Taylor.
Jordan whistled for his third foul on the play, and he's kind of getting into it with the student section of St. Anthony a little bit.
Some chatting. They said something charming to him, and he pointed at the scoreboard, which is usually the big equalizer in a game like this.
Yep, I think this should be a 1-and-1 opportunity, as that's the team 7th. And, yep, they sorted out down there, and it will be Puckett to the free throw line.
Down go Michael Drace and Brett Meddy for T-Town. Played a nice game tonight. Let's see, Blake Meddy is back, and also Brock Meddy's back. Foul shot, good. Braden Puckett has 4. Makes it 54-27. And we're getting set around the lane here. Here, the whistle, that's telling Kyle Hartke, get out of here, kid. Basically. Puckett's second one, good. Braden got them both down. He has 5 now. And it's 54-28. 4:44 to go in this one. Brock Meddy across the half line for T-Town. Side to Blake Meddy. Out top, Taylor. Long 2, good. Jordan Taylor with 6, and it's 56-28. Man, what a performance by T-Town tonight.
Yeah, they are really showing the team that they can be.
Puckett right side, out top now to Burgoyce for St. Anthony. Foul to Nieberge, out to Puckett. Puckett looking for help, looking for room, can't find either, gives it off to Burgoyce. Underneath,
nice.
Nieberge all alone for the layup. Good work. Nieberge with 5, give Burgoyce the assist. It's 56-30.
Burgoyce drew the defense and found Nieberge underneath.
Gavin down low. Now to Smith. He hits a seam, puts it up. Off, no good, but he did get fouled. Devin Smith to the line to shoot 2 times here for T-Town.
And it is Nieberge picking up that personal, so Jeff picks up his 4th on the play. A couple of candidates in the vicinity, but it goes to Nieberge on St. Anthony's 9th team foul. But as you mentioned, Smith was shooting on this opportunity.
He'll shoot 2 here, and he makes the first one. Devin Smith with 8 now, 57-30. Gavin sits down for T-Town, probably it for him tonight. Hardick's back in. Mitch has a 3-pointer to his credit tonight. Smith's second foul shot short. Rebound, nobody. Out of bounds to the T-Town bench. Last touch, they say, by the shoes. The Bulldogs basketball. One thing I wanted to mention, I guess I did, but I haven't mentioned it for a while. In case you missed it, St. Anthony's cheerleaders just missed going to the finals at the state cheerleading competition today. Julie Wortman's crew finished 11th, 0.3 of a point from getting in the top 10 and getting to go to the finals tomorrow. Man, they're a good squad. Hartke with the ball for St. Anthony. Off-balance shot for 2, no good. Put back by Burgoyce, no good. This rebound taken down by Hardick for T-Town. Off to Brock Meddy, who's across the half line. Out top, knocked loose, but regained by Brock. Now to Smith. We're down to 3:20 to go. Smith and Hardick and Brock and Blake Meddy and Taylor out there right now for T-Town. They play catch, corner, Brock Meddy, 3, or Hardick, 3, good.
Mitch Hardick.
Mitch Hardick's got a couple of threes now. Makes it 60-30. There's that 30-point lead again. Matches the biggest they've had tonight. And we're down to 3 minutes to go. Hartke out top. Left side, Burgoyce, 3, around and no good. Rebound taken down by, finally, Smith. He and Taylor both went up for it. Taylor says, here, you have it, Devin. Smith gets it out top, comes to the corner, leaves it there with Blake Meddy. Over to Brock. Down in the corner, Hardick for 3 more. This one rims out, no good. Rebound loose. Who's got it? Nobody yet. Finally grabbed by Hartke, who got grabbed by Hardick, and Hardick gets fouled.
Yeah, Hardick went to the floor to try to get it when it was down there, but Hartke came up with it, and Hardick made one last reach and picks up the foul.
St. Anthony's going to make a change here in a minute. Adam Levitt's going to come in the ball game here in a second.
He must be coming in for Hartke because he's the free throw shooter in this 1-and-1.
There go the other starters for T-Town. Taylor and Devin Smith sit down. Well, they played well tonight. So the Shoes now have Johnson back. This foul shot's good by Hartke. Kyle with 3. Trying to keep track of everything for you here. It's Burgoyce, Hartke, Puckett, Green, and Nieberge right now for St. Anthony. Hartke's second one good. So Kyle leaves with 4. And now into the game, Adam Levitt for him. T-Town's running right now with Kyle Smith is back, Brock Meddy, Johnson, Blake Meddy, and Hardick. So that sets the floor for you with 2.5 to go here. Out top, Hardick with the catch to Brock Meddy. To Blake in the corner. Blake Meddy drives into the lane, puts it up and in. Boy, got through everybody. Blake Meddy gets his first points, and it's 62-32. Back to that 30-point lead.
And I think you'll see a lot of that in the future for T-Town as well.
Just a sophomore. Levitt with the ball for the Bulldogs. Now to Burgoyce down the lane.
Nice.
Hands it nicely to Nieberge, and he missed the layup. Hardick the rebound for T-Town. Off to Brock Meddy, down to Blake Meddy, and into the T-Town cheerleaders. And you know, if you're a Shoes fan, that's not good news. T-Town's second turnover.
St. Anthony hadn't turned it over yet in the fourth quarter.
Man, they played a lot of kids in the quarter. Green gets it across the half line. We're down to minute 49 to go in this one. Shoes by 30. Bulldogs with the basketball. Levitt to Puckett. To Burgoyce in the corner to Green for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Hardick high in the air. He got knocked down. That's foul. Just about every time.
Hardick grabbed his third rebound on that play, and for his effort, he got fouled, and that is Jeff Nieberge picking up his fifth. So he will have to check out.
Wow. As much as everybody's been in and out tonight, Jeff Nieberge fouls out here with 1:36 to go. He leads with 5 points. He is replaced by... foul shot good here. So Hardick now with 7.
Hartke must come back.
There you go. Kyle Hartke's back. Foul shot good. Got them both down. So Mitch Hardick has 8. And it's 64-32, and we're down to a minute and a half to go. Green across midcourt. Right side to Burgoyes. Kyle on the dribble, double team, but they get it to Connor Green. Fires it underneath, and the pass never got to Levitt. T-Town steals it. Their first turnover in the quarter. Hardick loads it up for 2. Short. Rebound. Hardick knocked loose. Out of bounds. Off T-Town. It'll be St. Anthony basketball. 3 more changes for T-Town. Into the fray, Colin Prummer, the 5'11 junior. And also in is number 32. Oh, great. And also in is Lucas Taters, a 6'4 sophomore. Hartke falls down for St. Anthony. Prummer gets the steal for T-Town. So everybody on the team can play defense. And there's a travel. And I'll try and find out who number 32 is here for Teutopolis. I bet somebody listening can tell me. We're down to a minute to go.
I believe it is...
Credit where credit's due.
Carson Hartke is my best guess.
That sounds good to me. In the lane, Burgoyes, right side. They get it to Green. Out top to Puckett. Down to 40 seconds to go. Green with the basketball. Connor on the dribble. Right side to Hartke. Out front to Burgoyes, who somehow corralled that pass. Wow. Burgoyes, left side to Green. Looking underneath instead out top to Puckett. The Bulldogs killing clock here. Hartke in the lane. Stops and pops for 2. Got it. Kyle Hartke was 6. Makes it 64-34. This should be the last trip of the game. Shoes getting it across the half line. And that's Chris Undgren who sneaked in on me. The 6-foot sophomore. Had it get loose, but it's regained now. And a pass to Lucas Taters, and we're down to 5 seconds, down to 4 seconds. Undgren can count. He says 2-1. Here's the horn. Shoes a winner. 64-34. Teutopolis wins it by 30. It was a 4-point game after the first quarter. 19-4 T-Town in the second quarter sealed this deal. Again, final, Teutopolis 64, St. Anthony 34.
Andy's Health Mart Pharmacy, built on trust and family. You can depend on us for all your health needs. Over 20 years of service to our community.